so he had really better chances, and they were starting with knight c5 and not h4, because maybe Vasily's reply wasn't the best way. Rook h5 and after bishop g5. It's not so understandable, the idea.
You can see the face of arbiter who is sitting on the chair.
Vassily is looking
more nervous when the Vassily he's more concentrated on Vassily face. And maybe he's following if Vassily can try get some information from this.
Can you? But do you remember that this is 6th round? Just
yes, of course.
They played 12 classical games and many tie breaks. It's really exhausting tournament. Many of the players they didn't have any free day.
Yes.
That's incredible, really, because we are commented here and we are dreaming about tomorrow that we'll have the first free day and we won't have to go to walk, because actually it's very useful to have one free day just to refresh your abilities to do something.
Chess is not easy game.
Not as sports, it's not easy at all, but the idea is that we like the thing that we do. This is the main, and sometimes you don't feel that it's like your job, but maybe it's like really your favorite hobby. But it's great when you think so.
Yes, if you can imagine that chess is a real hobby and you really enjoy playing chess,
that's great, because it gives you pleasure. But if you think that, okay, it's my job, I have to work every day, or I'm fed up with it, it's just no idea to continue playing. Just chess should bring you joy, pleasure, and just
but
I
anyway,
guess all the best. But sometimes it happens when you lose the game. It seems like the whole world was crashed. And no aim to play further. That's really unpleasant feeling.
Anyway, in a chess you can find your own way. You can find this not only the studying the theoretical lines and games, and so on. Chess you can find your way in a chess community. You can comment games, you can write some surveys, you can analyze old games, you can analyze your own games. Okay, you can find everything in chess. It's not only fighting, and it's the most exciting thing in chess is the fighting between two intellects. And is the our difference from the other sports. We are not showing, we take some dopings and just have the good body and very strong muscles. We are showing what we are training our brain, we are training our intellect, and
King f6, not King f5.
After that, we could show we are better in a chess. Okay, so
if white replies with King h5, you can simply attack the f2 pawn. No problems at all. No, g4 is happening. Maybe it's stronger move. Because anyway, if white attacks g4 pawn with the rook and the king, black can attack the f2 pawn. That's the idea.
But I not understand why black not attacking immediately with a.
Me also. I thought that instead of g4, rook a2 will happen. I thought that maybe this line would happen. Okay, g4 happened, and we'll see.
But now draw will be not so easy. So
really?
I think, yeah.
Maybe white can simply defend f2 and try to
to
play around the g4 pawn.
Draw will be not so easy here, for sure. Rook b6 check.
Well, let's see that Alexander is satisfied, no? that
Yes, of
Vassily
course,
chose
everybody
such line.
will satisfied in this position because black gives some chance. After king f5 instead king f6, white has no chance at all.
So no chances really. Okay, you know, this is a fight of nerves because we're sitting here and commenting easily, sometimes using engine and no problems. We can drink tea and command, but they're playing. It's very hard for them.
Also, without engines, it's absolute clear. The white has some chances here with active king on h5.
Rook
Okay, king
b8.
d5. Okay.
The problem is that it's very hard to attack f2 pawn because of the pin on f8. Because of the check. Just imagine if we take on f2, the rook of 8 will be the decisive check.
Okay, rook b8. White already has a winning position after this move.
Okay, we can see how Vassily is disappointed.
I do not understand how Vassily calculates his endgame. He is allowed to activate with king on h5, and of course Alexander Grischuk was extremely lucky after this Vassily Ivanchuk decision. Now Vassily understands that he loses with pawn on g4, and it will be very difficult to make a draw, especially with position without 2 pawns.
Well, we'll see now, but
I'm not understand how Vassily could play like this, and Alexander Grischuk.
And I can see how nervous Vassily is because he's touching his eyebrow, and I guess he thought that okay, draw will be not such an such a complicated task, and now it's very hard for him because he's wasting his precious time, and it's really very hard to find some line. But what's your offer, Konstantin?
It's very difficult to predict where the Vassily Ivanchuk. Okay, he's resigned. Yes. Okay.
Fantastic.
He just